All right, good Friday to one and all. He's Keith Irizarry. I'm Marc Malusis. We go by Moose and Keith. Better Sports Network. Bettorcast. Hockey tonight. Islanders home, UBS Arena at a beautiful Belmont Park. They're entertaining the New Jersey Devils. A little rivalry, a little hockey. I love hockey. Keith, you work for the NHL Network. You love hockey. I love the fact that we're doing a Bettorcast tonight, and the focus is the National Hockey League.
Yeah, and we're so early on in the season, right? So for these two teams, we'll break down each one of these teams. And for the league in general, trying to get a feel for who the cream of the crop is. And the fact that the Vegas Golden Knights, they win the cup last year, they reel off 5 consecutive wins to start the season this year, has been awesome to watch. But let's really talk about these two teams, because the Devils, I don't think they look as good as people expected early on. The Islanders are playing well in the couple of games that they have played so far. I think it's always a fascinating matchup when you get teams from around the same area, and, Islanders, Rangers, Islanders, Devils, Devils, Rangers, all of those three, and then when you meet up on the ice, it's always a lot of fun.
No question. And you look at the Isles, they're 2-0 to start the season. This is the third game of the year. The Devils are 1-1-1. Devils come in, as you mentioned, Keith, with expectations because of the way that they were able to rally in their series against the Rangers, how quick they look on the ice, and how big of a young superstar Jack Hughes is, and the pieces that they've added, whether it be draft and develop guys or whether it be Timo Meier, who they acquired last year from the San Jose Sharks. Goaltending could also be a concern when you look at the Devils. Goaltending, not a concern when you look at the New York Islanders. You mentioned this is the first time that these two combatants will go up. There is a rivalry in the tri-state area, first of 4 matchups that we're going to see during the course of the regular season. And the Isles are one of those kind of forgotten teams because, if you're not from the tri-state area and you didn't grow up here, Keith and I both did, there's nothing that really comes close to the popularity of the Rangers.
Yep.
And now you look at the Devils, and are they as popular as the Rangers? No, but they're really, really talented. Now, the question is, are they going to be able to put it all together? The Owls, when you look at the three, even though they've got a huge fan base, tremendous new arena, and UBS is kind of the forgotten team when you look at the 3 locals, because a lot of people think they're the third best of the bunch.
Well, yeah, and they'll all shout out, yes. All right, so I think if you wanted to kind of break these 3 teams down, the Rangers are homecoming king, right? The Devils are like the really, really, sexy team coming up that everyone wants to get excited about. And the Islanders are just there. With that being said, so we'll get into some of these questions. One of the questions on Bettorcast tonight is going to be which team will win. I think the Islanders win. I do. And this is a couple of different reasons why. One, the Isles, through 2 games, their defense has been very stellar. You talked about Sorokin between the pipes. He's one of the best guys out there that does it in the NHL, right? Also, I was looking at some of the PK numbers, the penalty kill, and the Isles might actually have the best penalty kill in the NHL. Again, it's only 2 games that they've played, and it's only, 3, 4, 5 games that everyone has played, but we can only go with what we have in front of us right now. I will say the Islanders win.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I could see that. And plus, they're, undefeated to start the year, and the Devils are working through some issues. It's not necessarily what New Jersey is going to be now, but what New Jersey is going to be toward the tail end of the season. With all that being said, another play that I kind of like is, which team is going to have more penalty minutes. I like the Islanders tonight. You know why? Because the Devils are tough to play. Because of how fast and how fast they are on the ice when you go through, their top 2 lines, how they move the puck. The Islanders, I don't think, are as fleet of foot as compared to the New Jersey Devils. So I look at the Islanders. I think they got to play a little bit more of a physical brand of hockey in order to try and take the legs away from the New Jersey Devils. So sometimes you can cross the line. Sometimes you can draw some penalties or create some penalties that way. I'll go with the Islanders tonight to have some more penalty minutes.
I like it. I like that play.
All right. What about, let's get into a couple more plays because we're doing the Bettorcast. Who do you think is going to have more shots on goal tonight, Keith?
Shots on goal tonight. I will go with, I think the Devils will probably be a little bit more active. So this one is +10. Now it's +10 either way. Yeah, let's go Devils. Have more shots on goal. As for the Devils, 4th in the NHL through their handful of games they've played, 34.4 shots per game. The Islanders are allowing about 31 shots per game, which is 14th in the NHL. So I think it's important to take a look at those numbers. Again, and I'll say this when we do baseball season, when that starts, I'll say this when the NFL season starts, and I'll say this when the NBA season starts in about a week or so too. Early on, it is difficult to make these plays. So if I'll ever throw anything out at everybody, I'll say, caution how you bet these games, because a lot of times the things that you think coming into a season, 2 weeks in, a month in, might be a little bit different. But I think the Devils will get more shots tonight.
Reminder, join the Bettorcast contest tonight by answering pregame questions now. Get all of our picks for the game by signing up for On Demand on the Bettorcast app. Download the Bettorcast app right now on the Apple app or the Google Play stores and sign up for On Demand.